welcome. Today I'm joined with my good friend Dan. Welcome to the show.
Hey Caleb.
How you doing
Glad
today?
to be with you today.
Good, good. What are we sitting here in front of today?
Well, I got a 2013 Camaro ZL1. It's an automatic with the paddle shifters. It's a great car. It only has 3,200 original miles. Found it from a gentleman in Chicago who bought it, didn't have time to enjoy it, and had it stored in his garage. So it was a great find for me.
Wow. So how long have you owned this car specifically?
Only 5 months.
5 months, wow. Yeah. So tell me, what did you own before this?
Well, I had a 2010 SS Camaro. I sold that and I bought a red, or kind of a candy apple red convertible ZL1, also a 2013. I like the 2013 body style because it resembles the 69 Camaro the closest, which is probably my favorite all-time car. I hesitantly sold that, which sorry I sold that, and I bought a Grand Sport Corvette at 2012, which was a very fun car, but once you drive a ZL1, it's nothing compares. So I sold that. Like I said, found this in Chicago, had it shipped here, and this one I will keep for a long time.
So it sounds like you're a pretty big Camaro guy then. What about the brand attracts you to it?
You know, like I said, the 69 Camaro has always been one of my favorite all-time cars. And it's just, the modern cars are just, they're better built. I mean, you don't have the carburetor issues and stuff like that. So they're just more dependable, safer to drive, handle better. Interiors are nicer, but it still has that old retro look to it.
What's under the hood of this ZL1 specifically?
Yeah, so it's got the Chevy 350. It's supercharged. It has 580 horsepower.
Wow.
So it gets up and goes. I think it's got 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds, but it can be scary. I mean, it's all the power you would ever need in a car, you know.
Have you ever given it some gas at a green light to see how quick you can go?
But boy, you better hope the tires are warmed up or it'll be going sideways on you. So,
I mean, it just looks absolutely mean looking. When you pulled in, I was like, wow, this is you don't want to mess with someone who drives this kind of car, you know?
And the previous owner had the windows tinted. I also added the Anderson composite rear spoiler to match the composite insert in the hood. This gives it kind of a cleaner, I don't know, stealthier look. So with the black wheels, and I also added the black lug nuts. I never liked black wheels with chrome lug nuts. I just like everything to look black. So
yeah. I think you've done a phenomenal job on, you know, bringing it into even better condition than it was previously before, you know?
Absolutely. It's just a little tweaking, but it's hard to get perfection any better, but I think it's about where I would want to keep it forever.
Yeah. How often do you say you drive this car? Is this a daily for you, or is it more just a fun car?
It's kind of a nice day car. Like I've owned it for like 4 months. I've only put like 400 miles on it. Wow. So it's kind of, maybe take it out once a week, you know. Normally on these cars I'll put maybe 600-700 miles a year on it at the most, but it's just kind of my fun car. And you know, once it starts getting cold out, I will put it in storage.
Well, hey, you want to take it out for the road and a spin, see how it is?
Sure, yeah, we could do that, yeah.
Cool. So walk me through, Dan, walk me through the driving experience of this car. How's like the visibility and how's the steering and the handling?
Well, you know, the biggest issue with these, I mean, with the lower profile side windows, the visibility backing out.
Okay.
You got to really watch yourself. Luckily, it's got a backup camera too, which helps.
Yeah.
But that's probably the biggest negative thing I've ever heard about. People are saying that the visibility is stuff, but I think forward driving, no problem at all.
Yeah.
You know, look in the rearview mirror and stuff, I have no problem at all. A lot of people complain about the red and blue lights. They look there and they think of police cars.
Oh yeah, on the rearview mirror. So how's the ride of the car? Is it pretty comfortable to ride?
It's just, I mean, just the response.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just incredible how tight and, you know, like I said, no squeaking or nothing. I mean, the quality is just incredible on this car.
It takes the bumps pretty well?
It takes the bumps really well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty incredible. You just let go of the steering wheel and, I mean, like you said, you could use this for a daily driver. But like I said, I'm 6'6". I mean, I got, you know, most cars I look like Herman Munster because I'm tall. This car, I feel comfortable. I got plenty of leg room. And I do have the seat as far back as they'll go, but there's a lot of cars I don't feel comfortable driving in, and
I was just about to say, I mean, I am surprised at how much like legroom there is in a car like this, you know? There's so much, you know, just room to move around and not get like cramped up in, you know?
Well, it's hard to believe with that big engine, you would think it'd be, you know, squeezed for legroom, but yeah, they've done a good job engineering this car, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, but like you said, it's a dream to drive, you know? It's just pretty incredible. I don't know if you noticed too, it's got the heads-up speedometer.
Yeah.
It shows up on actually on the windshield, which is one of my favorite options. So you never feel like you're looking down.
Yeah.
It's got the cluster gauges like the old 69. Some people don't like it. I think it kind of gives it a kind of that cool retro look, you know.
Yeah.
So it's got a lot of great quality features to it. So
yeah, I mean, this is a really nice interior for a muscle/sports car. You know?
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
You know, the seats have good support and everything to them.
Yeah.
And, you know, like you said, these. I mean, I sit in these seats. I mean, I could probably jump in this and drive 6 hours and feel comfortable. So
yeah. Like you said, it is an automatic. How's the automatic transmission do?
It does.
Traditional manual.
You know, it shifts nicely, but like you said, it does have the paddle shifters, which I really haven't had the chance to really try those yet. But you know, like I said, you know, I just like the looks of the car. I'm not out to race it or anything like that. Probably baby it more than it needs to be babied, but it's just a fun car. You know, the sound and everything is really what kind of, you know, drew me to this car. I mean, it's just you know, just that, like you said, not obnoxiously loud, but it's got that nice. But it's unique. Like you drive it normally, and it's like a normal engine. But like if you punch it, then the crazy things when the supercharger kicks in. I mean, it's like shooting you out of a slingshot. I mean, it does. You know, just kind of driving around town, it's kind of, you know, it's very subtle and stuff like that. But man, when you jump on it, you can almost hear the supercharger start whining a little bit. Yeah. And then it takes off.
I mean, the car is just, you know, the quality, the fit and finish. It drives like a Porsche 911. I mean, it's incredible. You know, when I was a kid in high school, we had 69 Camaro. They were great going straight lines. I mean, you know, they were quick doing that, but boy, if you took any curves or anything, they handled horribly, you know. Well, that's what GM has done such a great job with the ZL1. You know, it's still 0 to 60 in incredible times, but it handles like a true sports car, you know. So, I mean, it's like you're on rails, how well the thing handles, you know. You know, it's got the Brembo brakes. I mean, so thing stops on a dime. Yeah. I guess the only negative thing about the car is, you know, you don't buy this car for gas mileage. It gets about 12 miles to the gallon. You do have to burn premium, but I mean, that's what you expect when you get a car like this. Literally, the back seat's useless. I mean, I don't know why they even put a back seat in this thing, because there is literally 4 inches of room between the back seat and the back of the front seat. So. It's not a 4-passenger car. And one other negative thing too, the trunk is very small. Okay. Yeah. So you got to maneuver, like if you want to get your golf clubs in there. Yeah. You know, lots of times if I'm driving by myself, I'll put them in the passenger seat. I mean, the trunk is very, very small.
Do you think it could be used as an everyday driver if someone wanted to?
You see people sell them online, you know, with 60, 70,000 miles. So people are, you know, use them for daily drivers. You know, they might live more south or, you know, somewhere the climate is nice all year round. But no, I think there's I see a lot of them out there with very high mileage and still running strong. So yeah, so people do buy them. I mean, get to guess what their gas bills would be, you know, every week, you know. I went to high school in the late 70s and born and raised in Detroit. My dad was in the automotive business, so I've always loved hot rods, American muscle cars. And you know, I used to have a lot of Mustangs. I had a 65 GT Fastback, I had a 78 Corvette, I had an 89 GT Mustang, a couple 71, 72, 73 Mustangs also. Probably owned 5 Trans Ams too in my life too, So I'm not locked to one particular brand, you know. It's like the old American muscle cars. Yeah.
So we talked about the modifications that you did. Have you had to do any like maintenance to the car at all, repairs?
I change oil every year. You know, I'll do that. But really, besides that, you know, because the miles are so low, knock on wood, I really haven't had to do. You know, the tires still look brand new. I know they're 10 years old, but you know, the guys said the tires are still in great shape and all that since it was stored inside. So yeah, really, I don't see any high maintenance stuff in the near future. So
I think it's fun just to have someone who's never driven this car just to just experience it.
I mean, like I said, this thing just feels like a big machine like that you just dream of as playing with as a kid, you know?
Yep.
Like this is definitely a car that you just feel so wicked driving in, you know?
Yeah,
you're like,
right.
This is how Steve McQueen must have felt, you know, back in the day in Bullet and all those cool
driving
movies.
that 68 Mustang.
I mean, I just feel like a gangster driving this car, you know?
yeah, those tinted out windows and everything. Yeah, it's kind of what caught my eye.
Yeah,
too.
I feel like I can totally understand. Just 5 seconds in this car, I can totally understand the whole appeal behind muscle cars now.
Yeah.
I can totally understand the whole appeal behind them now.
Yeah, it's just got such a unique sound and feel to it.
Yeah. I feel like Batman right now driving this thing.
Yeah, I think so many times you take a curve and you put your brakes on, you really don't need to because this thing will.
Yeah.
It'll grip like.
Yeah, I mean, just going around that turn, like.
Yeah, it doesn't lean or
No,
nothing.
not at all. No body roll at all. Just firm and tight and planted to the ground, you know?
Yeah, it's almost like it's on rails.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I think a way to sum up this car is like it's a great mixture of like modern practicality with old school fun and old school just muscle and engine and all that stuff, you know? Hi everyone, I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my YouTube videos. It truly means the world to me and I cannot thank you enough. The last thing I'll say is all glory to God, God bless. Have a great rest of your day.